Manufacturing was weak in Europe and Asia's biggest economies in November. That's according to key business surveys released Monday. Analysts blamed lower domestic demand and tariff uncertainties. The closely watched Purchasing Managers' Index, or PMI, showed manufacturing activity contracted in the Eurozone, China and Japan last month. But there were bright spots for Britain and some economies in Southeast Asia which saw growth. Eurozone manufacturing activity slipped back into contraction. Germany's dominant manufacturing sector saw a clear fall in business conditions and new orders dropped at the fastest rate in 10 months. Meanwhile, French manufacturing contracted further in November as a drop in production and slower demand for goods hit the sector, while Britain had its first rise in activity since September last year. It saw improved domestic demand and less of a slowdown in orders from overseas. A PMI showed factory activity slipped back into a slight contraction in China. The number was released a day after Beijing's official measure showed activity falling for the 8th consecutive month. Asia's other manufacturing powerhouses also struggled with sluggish demand in November. Progress in US trade negotiations didn't lead to a significant recovery in orders for the region. Japan's PMI showed new orders continued to decline, stretching the downturn to 2.5 years, while South Korea's factory activity also contracted for a second month in November.